Hey guys, hi, hello, hey guys, what's up, hi, hey guys, if you know who I am, hey guys, what's up, it's Daniela. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Daniela, and I have been making mediocre videos on the internet for 9 years. And so if that's the type of content that floats your boat, then what are you waiting for? You know, it's time you hit that red subscribe button down over yonder, because, you know, this is the type of content you're gonna get here, and it's just just a really chill side of YouTube. So if that's what you like, subscribe. So I'm sure you guys saw the title of this video and you're thinking, what, Daniela, what did you do? Like what do you have to show us? So I have something to show you, as you read in the title of this video, and I wanted to show you. I don't know where I was going with that, and it's something kind of a little crazy, not too crazy, but something that that is something that is crazy, but I really I have no regrets. So why don't I just go ahead and show you? Okay, I feel like we need a drum roll for this. And here it is. Ta-da! Yes, I got a tattoo. I know, shocker. So yes, this is my first tattoo ever. And today was the day that I decided to get a tattoo. So yeah, and honestly, I really love it. So here she is in all of her glory. So I wanted to make a video today and kind of talk about this, because this is something that has been something that I have wanted to do, but never really actually like made plans to do it. So okay, so let me explain. So I have, for a long time, I have been low-key wanting to get a tattoo. Like, it's been something I've thought about, but never really actually like considered going and doing it. It was just something like, oh, like, I think it would be cool to get a tattoo one of these days. And obviously I've never gotten a tattoo before. This is my first one. And I knew that if I was gonna get a tattoo, I want, like, obviously common sense, like, tattoos are permanent. So if you're gonna get a tattoo, you want to get something that is going to be meaningful to you basically for the rest of your life. Because if you just get something that like is meaningful to you for like a few months and then it stops being meaningful to you, it's just like you could regret it, unless you really want to have a tattoo of something for the rest of your life, you know. Like, it has to be something that you're going to want to have for the rest of your life. And I, like, everyone knows that, you know, common sense. Like, duh. Like, I'm sure all of you guys, you know that. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I never really actually, like, made plans to, like, go out and get a tattoo, because, like, I knew that, like, it is a permanent decision, and it's something that you have to commit to. Like, you have to be okay with having it on your body for the rest of your life. I think there's such a thing as like tattoo removal, but that's probably really expensive, you know? So yeah. I am a musician, as you probably know, because I post a lot of violin covers on here. This channel is basically turned into a violin cover channel. And I know that music is going to be meaningful to me for the rest of my life. I am a music major currently. I'm studying violin performance. So I knew that if I ever wanted to get a tattoo, it would be fitting to get a tattoo that was related to music. So I got a treble clef tattoo. And because I know that music is going to be with me for the rest of my life, even if a career in music for some reason doesn't end up working out, what I do know is that it is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. I want to I'm pursuing a career in music. That is my desired career, but even if like that doesn't end up working out, you know, I'm still going to keep music in my life because it's meaningful to me, and like I can't ever imagine a life without music. It's like the one thing I'm passionate about. I'm also passionate about YouTube. I love YouTube, hence why I've been making videos for 9 years. But I'm a little hesitant to get like a YouTube tattoo just because like you never know if YouTube's just gonna like be gone tomorrow, you know? So, but like music is one of those things that it's hard to imagine it won't be in my life for the rest of my life, you know? Like music has existed for literally like since before humans were even around. Like music has existed forever. So I know that music will be in my life forever, and I have been a musician long enough for literally more than half of my life. I've loved music my whole life, if I'm being honest. But I started piano lessons at the age of 7, so that's 13 years, which is actually crazy. And I started violin at the age of 10 and a half. So I've been playing violin for approximately half of my life, and piano for more than half of my life. And I know that music will stay with me forever. Whether a career in music ends up working out or not, I know that I will never stop loving music. And so that is why I decided to get a music tattoo, because I know that music will stay with me forever, and I know that I would not mind having a music tattoo on my body for the rest of my life. So here she is in all of her glory, and I got it in purple. And purple, as you can probably tell by my background, is my favorite color. And that literally has not changed. It's been my favorite color. I think when I was little, my favorite color was pink, but then it changed to purple when I was like 5. Pink is still one of my favorite colors. It's my second favorite color, but purple is in first place. So don't get me wrong, I still love the color pink, but purple is my ultimate favorite color, and that literally has never changed. My favorite color has been purple since I was probably about 5, and at this point, I don't think that's ever gonna change, if I'm being honest. So I got a purple treble clef, and I really love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. It is bigger than I thought it would be. I was originally intending to get it smaller, because since this is my first tattoo, I wanted to start small. So it is bigger than I was intending to get it, but I still really love it. Honestly, the only thing I'm concerned about it being bigger is the fact that it was more expensive. This tattoo was very expensive. To be fair, I did not realize how expensive it was going to be to get a tattoo. It's not even like a complicated tattoo. It's literally a treble clef. So I didn't think it was going to be like that expensive. The original tattoo I wanted to get was a treble clef with a flower going through it. I found an image of it on Google Images, and I wanted to get that. but I ended up just going for the treble clef because the one with the flower going through it was crazy expensive. And this was still really expensive, but not as expensive. Basically, the original tattoo I was going to get would have been like $400, and I was like, yeah, that's a little bit out of my budget. And I originally asked, okay, like, is there any way I can get it smaller, like, so it could be like cheaper? But that was the smallest it was possible to make it, I guess, because of the specific design, you know. So then I was like, okay, like, I'll just get the treble clef then, which still ended up being like $200, so it was still really expensive. I did not realize getting a tattoo would be so expensive. I thought it was gonna be, because I was getting like a simple tattoo, I didn't think it would, like, I thought it would be like less than $100. So yeah, but I would say because it's not exactly small, it's medium sized, I would say. So I guess that's why it was expensive, but yeah, so this is how it turned out. I think it's bleeding a little bit, so like, sorry if you see that. It is fresh. I literally just got it like 2 hours ago, so like, sorry if you like see blood on it. But yeah, I really love it. And another thing I was concerned about getting like when it comes to getting a tattoo is the fact that getting a tattoo, like in the workplace, it's people don't always deem it as professional, and which I hate that. Like I hate how like tattoos are like not seen as professional, because like we should be able to do what we want with our bodies. It's like, as long as I'm not like presenting myself inappropriately, like it's not even an inappropriate tattoo, it's a music tattoo. Like, it's like, as long as I'm not promoting drugs or anything like that, it's like, I don't see why having a tattoo should like affect like how professional I'm being portrayed as. But that was another thing I was scared of, because, like, tattoos are kind of a taboo in the workplace, they're like seen as unprofessional. And especially because I perform in concerts, being a musician, it's like I need to present myself professionally. So that's another thing I was kind of scared of. But I can easily hide it with my t-shirt. But the problem is, when I perform in concerts, like, I don't wear t-shirts when I perform, because like I dress up nicer. But I guess, like, if I need to hide it, like, I mean, my hair is long enough to cover it, so, like, that, like, I could use my hair to cover it if I, like, really needed to hide it. But I was also thinking, like, a lot of people have tattoos, and, like, they have jobs as well. So, yeah, if I know some jobs might see it as unprofessional, but if there's, like, a lot of people out there who, like, have tattoos and they still have jobs, like, why can't I? Like, you know what I mean? So, I was like, why should I let that stop me from getting a tattoo? Like, I have it in a perfectly reasonable place, and, like, I can hide it if I want to, I can cover it, if I need to, not if I want to, I meant, like, if I need to, like, if I need to for, like, professional reasons. So, yeah. So that is kind of the reasons why I got a tattoo. Now I'm gonna kind of talk about so here's the next, okay, I literally don't know how to like make transitions in videos. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is showing my tattoo off and telling everyone I know. I have not told my parents that I got a tattoo yet. I have brought up the idea to them that like I want to get a tattoo eventually, so I don't think they'll be like entirely surprised, but I have not told them yet that I actually did it. Basically, my plan is, so my mom is coming to visit me tomorrow, and I am gonna surprise her with my tattoo. My dad is currently out of town. He's on a work trip, so I can't show him tomorrow in person, but I am planning on telling him like after I show my mom, and I will show my dad my tattoo when he gets back. I might send a picture to him so he can like see it, you know, but I'll show him in person when he gets back. I don't think my parents will be like mad at me or anything, because like, one, I'm old enough to make my own decisions. Like it's like they can't be mad at me. And two, like I have like talked to them about getting a tattoo eventually, and like they seem cool with it, you know, as long as I'm like responsible about it. Like like you know, like obviously like I have to be responsible about it. Like I can't, you know, I shouldn't get something that I'm gonna like regret in 3 months. I obviously need to be good about taking care of it, which I definitely plan to do all of that. I already went to the store and like bought all the stuff I need to take care of it. So yeah, so obviously like I have to be responsible about it, but like my parents seem on board with it, and like even if they weren't, it's like I'm old enough to make my own decisions, you know, like I'm no longer a child, so it's not like they can, you know, get mad at me, if that makes sense. I really want to tell my parents, but I'm gonna surprise my mom, so I'm not gonna tell them yet, as much as I really want to. Yeah. So that's on that. Now, the next part of the video, I'm going to talk about my experience with actually, like, the whole process of getting the tattoo, you know, going in the shop and getting the tattoo and all that stuff. So this tattoo really didn't take that long to do. I was in the shop for all of like an hour, and the actual process of getting the tattoo took maybe like 15 or 20 minutes. It did not take very long at all. I spent some time waiting because like they had to like, you know, get the stuff set up and whatnot, and it took a little bit of time, but the actual tattoo was, it did not take very long at all. Part of the reason why I wanted to get something simple, besides the fact it was my first tattoo and I wanted to like start small, you know, to like see how much I liked it, you know, but also like I didn't want to be in there for hours and hours and hours, you know, like one, because it's painful, and two, because like I didn't want to make a whole day out of it, you know. If I want to add on to my tattoos, like I'll do that in the future, but I didn't feel like sitting there for hours and hours and hours, so I wanted to get a tattoo that would not take very long to do. So this took maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, and it definitely felt longer than that though, because it was painful. And honestly, like, I knew it was gonna be painful because, like, I've heard, like, getting a tattoo hurts. But in the moment, I wasn't really thinking about, like, how much it would hurt. Like, I had that in the back of my mind, but I wasn't really focused on that. So I didn't, like, really think about, like, oh, this is gonna hurt, until I was actually about to do it. But like, I didn't want to back out just because it was gonna hurt, because like, obviously it was gonna hurt, but like, I didn't want that to be the only reason why I don't get a tattoo, you know what I mean? So, so I was just like, okay, well, I'm here now, and I guess I will have to deal with the pain. And it did hurt. It was very painful. but I think my body eventually got used to it. I guess partly because like I didn't really have a choice, because like it's like if I wanted to get this tattoo done, and I didn't want to have a tattoo that was like partially done, because that doesn't look good. So like once I got into like once I went into it, it's like I couldn't back out until it was done. So it's like I didn't really have a choice. So I kind of had to like sit through and like deal with it. So I think that made my body like eventually get used to it. And then it just kind of, it still hurt, but then it just kind of turned into more of a burning sensation than anything else. So eventually, like, it started to hurt less, but it was still quite painful. I don't know if that makes sense. If you've ever gotten a tattoo before, you probably, like, understand what I'm talking about. But, yeah, if you are thinking about getting a tattoo, I would say, like, go for it if you, like, really want to. And if you really think that this would be a tattoo that you're gonna love forever, but please like know that it does hurt. So like be prepared for it. And if you think it's just gonna be too much, then like don't force yourself into it. But also like you shouldn't let the fact that it hurts deter you from getting a tattoo, because it is going to hurt. So I would say be prepared for it, but know your limits. And if there's a tattoo that you really want, but it's like it's gonna hurt too much in like one sitting, you could like also break it up into like several appointments, and maybe get part of it in one appointment and then go back another time and like finish it up. So I would say just be prepared for it to hurt, but assess what you can handle. I would say it hurts more than getting a shot. When you're actually getting the tattoo, it hurts way more than getting a shot. So just be prepared for that. Yeah. So it was painful during the actual process, but afterwards, like, if I'm being honest, my tattoo really doesn't hurt that badly as of now. Like, I thought it was gonna hurt a lot worse, like, after getting it, but it really doesn't hurt that much. It does hurt when I, like, touch it. I probably shouldn't be touching it, but it does. I was kind of... Okay, I swear this keeps happening. Like, I talk so much and then my memory card fills up. Like, I swear it's happened in the last few videos. But anyways, as I was saying, I was cleaning it up earlier because it was bleeding. And as I was cleaning it up, like, it did hurt as I, like, put pressure on it. So it does hurt when I put pressure on it, but, like, when I just kind of, you know, just kind of chill and like not like do anything to it, it like really doesn't hurt. So the other thing I have to do is I still have to like practice violin and all that. I have not tried playing violin since getting my tattoo. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Hopefully I'm like still able to play and all that. Especially, you know, being a musician, as you can tell by my tattoo. I'm gonna be like showing this off now. But I hope like that goes over well, because especially because I have my technique jury coming up in like 2 days, and I really hope that getting a tattoo before my technique jury was not a stupid idea. Yeah. I'm gonna try like playing violin, and hopefully like that works out, because if not, like, then I'm gonna need to figure that out. But I'm confident that I will be able to like still play violin on it, because it really doesn't hurt that badly. Like, whenever I get a shot, like, my arm hurts worse than it does now. like, it's weird because, like, getting a shot, like, getting a vaccine during the actual, like, the actual moment of getting it, it doesn't hurt that badly, whereas getting a tattoo, it's very painful in the moment, but then afterwards, the vaccine actually hurts worse. And I think the reason for that is because, like, it doesn't hurt as bad in the moment because the vaccine is just, like, one, like, poke, and, like, it really just feels like a pinch. But then the fact that it's in one spot makes it hurt worse afterwards because, like, the pain is not, like, spread out. I don't know if that makes sense. But then when you're getting a tattoo, obviously it's going to hurt worse when you're getting it because the pain lasts longer. Like, it's like getting a tattoo, it's longer than just, like, a shot where it's just like a pinch and then it's done. But then afterwards the pain is more spread out. Plus you're not having to deal with the side effects that you would when you get a vaccine, you know. Like, when you get a vaccine, like, your immune system, like, responds to it and whatnot, which, by the way, means the vaccine is working, so it is a good thing, but it's also uncomfortable, and I guess makes it more unpleasant to deal with, even though it is worth it. But getting a tattoo, like, your immune system doesn't, like, respond to it. Like, all you have to worry about is taking care of the tattoo itself. And, like, making sure that the spot where you got it doesn't get infected or anything, but you don't, like, feel sick from it, if that makes sense. So I think that makes it easier to deal with and less painful. A few weeks ago, I got 2 shots in one appointment, and the next day I was feeling really crappy. Although, like, I knew that was a good thing because it meant the vaccine was working, but I literally had to skip orchestra rehearsal because I was just feeling way too weak to play. I think now, like, I can still play violin and everything because my arm doesn't hurt that badly, and I don't really feel weak, you know. It's just, like, I just feel a bit of soreness, but, like, I don't feel weak. And also it is the weekend, so I have the weekend to, like, let my tattoo kind of heal up a little bit. Obviously it's gonna take more than a few days to, like, fully, like, heal up because it is fresh, but like, I have a few days to kind of get used to the pain. When I got my vaccines a few weeks ago, I got it during the week, and so, like, like, the next day I was supposed to have orchestra rehearsal, but I couldn't go because I was not feeling well. So, yeah, that's basically my comparison of getting a tattoo versus getting a shot. Yeah. So, yes, it was painful, but as of now, it doesn't really hurt. I can't speak for everyone on that, though, because, like, everyone reacts differently, and so if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, yours might be more sore afterwards. And also, this is my first tattoo, so, like, I don't have anything to compare it to, like, any other, like, tattoo experiences to compare it to. So, yeah, so this is just how I'm reacting to it in this particular instance. So, yeah. So that's basically me on getting a tattoo. It was very painful, but it was worth the pain, I would say. And I wasn't really expecting it to bleed, and, like, now in hindsight, like, I should have expected it because, like, of course it's gonna bleed because, like, they're poking your skin with a needle, you know, like, of course it's gonna bleed. But, like, I wasn't like, it didn't really occur to me that it would bleed. So when I did see that it was starting to bleed, I was like, oh, it's bleeding. And then the guy doing my tattoo was like, yeah, it's gonna bleed, like, I'm poking your skin with a needle. So yeah, and then it started to bleed a lot like, later on. as of now, it's like not bleeding. I think there's like still a little dried up blood on it, but I think it stopped bleeding as of now. So we'll see if it like randomly bleeds more later. But yeah, this is my tattoo. I showed it off like a zillion times in this video, but like, here she is. Like, yeah. And like, honestly, like, I love it. I love it so much. And yeah. So this is what I have to show you. And yeah, and I hope you like it as well, because I sure do. And if you don't like it, you're gonna have to deal with it, because it's gonna be on my body now for forever. And yeah, so I guess that's all I have to say. And yeah. So I guess that is pretty much it. And here's one last look at it in case you haven't seen it. So yeah, so I guess that is pretty much it, and I will see you guys, the subscribers and viewers, in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Woo!